Oi friends, Rin here. So today we are going to talk about the Hunters list, and that is which Hunter should you guys play. Now previously I did the Survivors one on which Survivor should you guys play or which Survivor should you guys play next, and that was so well received. So I was thinking, why not do the Hunter one as well? I mean, if I'm doing one, I might as well do the other. But if you guys have not seen that video, I will leave a link in the description below, so definitely do check that out if you guys have not already. Remember to leave a like, do subscribe if you guys have not already, and definitely do share with your friends. Anyways guys, enjoy. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to give a big shout out to Bia for making this list, because she also made a Survivors one, which was really sweet of her, and a big shout out and a thank you to Bia. Anyways guys, we are going to hop right onto it. So we have multiple categories as you guys can see, and you guys are probably wondering, what are you doing, Rin? Well, let me explain guys. Making the Survivors list was pretty easy because there's only decoders, rescuer, kiters, semi-kiters, and stuff like that. The general thing that everybody knows. But making the Hunter list was a bit more difficult because I had to think a bit harder. So this is the best thing I came up with, and bear with me guys. Many of you guys will look at this list and be like, okay Rin, I understand what you're trying to go for, but many Hunters fit into multiple categories, and I do understand that, and I do 100% agree. But given the option of only one category that they can fit in, which category would it be? And that is what we are trying to go for today. So let me explain every single category so you guys do not get confused. And yeah, okay, so the Patience Hunter is a Hunter that can be patient and slow in the beginning of the match. But once they get a survivor down in chair, they have that map control, they can take over the game, and they can end the game pretty strongly, camp the chair really well, stuff like that. The speed hunters are hunters that use speed really well. Their ability helps them speed up, or they can use their speed for pressuring, stuff like that. Really quick pace hunters that do not like to waste any time at all. Now we have the accuracy hunter. These are the majority of the hunters in the game. Just like semi-kiters, where a majority of the characters will be at, because these hunters rely on their skills very heavily, which is a lot of hunters. But the important thing about these hunters is that if they miss their skill, it could cost them. But if they don't miss their skill, it could give them a great advantage. So that is the accuracy hunter, where it requires precision as well. So we have the timing hunter next, which is hunters that require precise timing, precise positioning to hit off their skill, and this is really important for them. The next one we have is the multitasking hunters, and many of you guys will already know who this is, but these are the hunters that require a lot of multitasking. You have to do multiple things at once, and you have to be really aware of your surroundings. The next one is the different. If you guys want to know who different is, definitely do stay tuned. You guys will want to watch this whole thing. Anyways guys, we are going to get started right away. So the first patient hunter that we do have is Joseph. Now Joseph can be a patient hunter because in the beginning he has to take that photo world, and it will slow down Cypher rushing, so that's pretty good. If you guys like to play a hunter that slows down Cypher rushing, Joseph is a really good pick. He's also really good on small map. And if you like to play a hunter that can break pallets fast, recover fast, then Joseph is it. He breaks pallets so fast. He also is good at anti-healing. Joseph is the only hunter in the game that can melee 75% of your health. And I know you guys would say Bonbon and Sculpture, but he's the only one that can melee 75%. And it makes them really difficult to heal that 75% because you have to time the healing right to get down to that 50% and stuff like that. So he's really good at anti-healing, good at anti-pallet. He's also good at slowing down Cypher rushing. So if you guys like that type of hunter, definitely do go for Joseph. Also, you guys are short. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, guys, so the next one is Hellumber. Hellumber, well, I don't know his real name. Leo. Oh, Jesus. I played this game so long and I forgot his name. So you guys want to play Hellumber. He's a good option to be patient at, because in the beginning he can be very slow. You know, he doesn't have any abilities, but the moment he chairs someone, he can take over the game pretty well because he can do that really great map control with his doll. He can be at multiple locations in a matter of seconds because he can summon 2 dolls and teleport around the map. He doesn't even need teleport, okay? He's also good at camping chairs, where he can summon his Phantom or Shadow Puppet to hit for him, and he also can combo with the melee, double hitting that Rescuer. So that's really good for him, taking over the game pretty well once he get at least one survivor. So if this is like your kind of thing, definitely do try out an original character like Hellhammer. So that's the only thing I can talk about for Patient Hunter. There's only 2 in my opinion. The next one we are going to talk about is Speed Hunters. And the first one we are going to talk about is Clown. So Clown is a really good hunter is if you want to be a clown yourself. No, I'm kidding. I can't. I had to make that joke, okay? So if you're a person that likes to play forward as a survivor, he's a really good option. He can maneuver around the map really well. Well, you got to practice that, of course. He's also good at anti-healing because he had an attachment where it decreased your healing speed by tenfold. Like if you get hit by it and you go on the ground, it takes forever to heal. So if you like anti-healing, definitely do check out Clown. He's also good at, shutting down survivors when they're trying to pallet stun him because his rocket dash can break pallets and hit survivors at the same time. So regardless if he gets hit by a pallet or not, he will still be able to hit that survivor. He's also really good at chasing survivors because if you try to get away from him, he can rocket dash and catch up to you really well. So if you guys like to play a hunter that's really quick, really good at catching up and stuff like that, definitely do check out Clown, or you're just a clown. The next one we have is, we all know that Geisha will be in this, right? So Geisha is really good at speed. That is legit her one thing, pressuring and speed. She used her butterfly, dash through walls, dash through pallets. If you guys really hate pallets and walls and stuff like that, just use Geisha. She's really good at going through them. But the thing about Geisha is that you got to hit your melee, okay? Because that's the only thing she has, her melee. So if you're not hitting your melee, that could really in turn cost you a lot. So it requires the precision of your melee also, but she's really good at maneuvering, even if someone passes on her, after she recovers, she can butterfly and still catch up to them. So she's really good at chasing survivor and zooming at the same time. So if Clown is not your option, you think he's ugly or something, then play the beautiful Geisha. She's really good at that kind of speed as well. The only thing is that she doesn't have the attachment where it stops anti-healing, so just keep that in mind. The next one we are going to talk about in speed is that Magician? That's Magician! Okay, B is a troll once again, guys. So the next one in speed that we are going to talk about is Soulweaver. Soulweaver is a really good option if you guys like to be Spider-Man and Sonic at the same time. This is if Sonic and Spider-Man had a child. This is legit it right here. You can set up your webs to catch up to survivors, and you can also use your web to slow down survivors. So if you like to play a hunter that's good at speeding up and slowing down survivors, then this is your pick. He also can damage, she can damage 25% to a survivor. She's really good at catching up. She's really good at slowing down. And if this is your playstyle, then definitely do check out Soulweaver. Good at speeding up, good at slowing down, good at setting up traps, stuff like that. Plus, if they take your web, you can see their location, and you're just really fast in general. In enclosed area, you are insanely fast. So if you're good at around enclosed area, check out Soulweaver. She is so fast at that maneuvering. If you find a Soulweaver at like enclosed area, it's really hard to outrun her because you can't outrun her. She's so quick, it's insane. So definitely do check out Soulweaver if that sounds like your playstyle. And that is it for speed hunters. Jesus. So the next one we are going to talk about is accuracy hunters. And this is where majority of the hunter are at. So the first one we do have is going to be Blood Queen. Now Blood Queen is an accuracy hunter is because she needs to place her mirrors correctly. If she does not, that will cost her. But you want to play a hunter that's beautiful and destroying survivors at the same time, Blood Queen is it. There's a bunch of simp for Blood Queen. Like, I don't know a single person that does not even simp for Blood Queen. Of course me, guys. I'm no simp right here. But she's really good at shutting down survivors. If you guys do not like walls, you guys do not like pallets, say less, guys. Play Blood Queen. Her mirrors goes through everything. Also, you guys are tired of getting stunned? Well, play Blood Queen, because when you're chasing like a prospector or something or enchantress, they can't stun your mirror. So if you're tired of those kind of survivors, definitely do check out Blood Queen. Now, the next one we do have is Evil Reptilian. Now, I don't know how to describe Evil Rep. To be honest, he just looks like a bad Ben 10 character that was incorrectly made, to be honest. And I don't know why he wields a knife. It's just really weird. He's like a gangster to me. But you guys want to play a Ben 10 character ripoff, definitely do check out Evil Rep. He's good at closing down distance because of his jump. His jump can be utilized to catch up to survivors and break pallets at the same time. If you guys are tired of characters that are camping pallets, definitely do check Evil Rep out. Because even if they drop that pallet on you, you can instantly hop over it and still close that distance. But if they try to pallet stun you and stuff like that, or vault that pallet, no worries. Just jump and slam on that pallet, injuring that survivor and breaking that pallet at the same time. So Evil Rep is good at closing distance and stuff like that, but you need to hit his slam correctly. But if you guys do not hit your slam correctly, that is okay as well. Jumping correctly will help you utilize that distance and closing it. So definitely do check out Evil Rep if you guys are into lizards. The next hunter that we are going to talk about is Axeboy, okay? Axeboy is a cute and a strong hunter as one, to be honest. You guys are looking for a cute hunter and a strong one, definitely do check out Axeboy. The only time I do not recommend Axeboy is that if you guys have bad Wi-Fi or a bad device. I'm not trying to roast you guys, okay? But the thing is, if you guys have bad ping, do not play Axeboy or against an Axeboy, to be honest. Because it will really screw you up. You will lag into oblivion, okay? Like, to those who play against Axeboy under bad ping, you guys know what I am talking about. But yeah, the thing about Axeboy is that he has too many trees and too many effects that makes you lag. But anyways, let's talk about the good thing about Axeboy and why you should play him. Axeboy is really good because he has many utility at his disposal. So his fireball, for example, we should talk about first. His fireball can hit survivors and it can help him speed up. So let's say he uses a fireball. If he hits a survivor, that's really good. They're at 50%. But if it misses, it's okay. He can use that fireball to speed up and catch up to the survivor. So either way, his fireball is in a positive aspect. But more importantly, of course, you want to aim and practice hitting that fireball correctly and injuring that survivor. That's still a better result, right? But just don't worry too much if you do miss, because you can still use it to speed up and try to make up for it. The other thing about Axeboy is that he has trees, okay? These trees can slow down survivors when they are trying to leave that area. So that's really good. So it's making survivors harder to transition. The other thing is that he does have tree roots, and these tree roots can help him speed up and catch up to survivors that are trying to outrun him. So that's why he's such a good hunter. He has so many skills to his disposal when he does need it. It's always about speeding up, slowing them down, and injuring them at the same time. This is what's make him such a good hunter. So definitely do check that out. Definitely do check him out if that's what you are going for. To be honest, when I see this Axeboy, it reminds me of Mimikyu from Pokemon. If you guys don't know what that is, definitely do search it up. It's a really iconic Pokemon that reminds me of Axeboy. I don't know why. I mean, all these hunters look like somebody that I can think of. It just, yeah, I don't want to compare Axeboy and Mimikyu, but you know, they look kind of pretty similar. Copyright, Kafka. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so the next hunter that we are going to talk about is Ripper, okay? Now, this is Ripper right here. 100% Ripper. I don't know who this is, to be honest. Like, I don't know. This is the only Ripper that I know of, okay? So if you guys want to play a tall and a cool character at the same time, or you guys want to play a hunter that the survivors cannot see, nor can you guys see yourself, because if you're like me, I play on low brightness, so I can't see Ripper like 90% of the time, then definitely do check out Ripper. Now the thing about Ripper is that you cannot miss your Foggy Blade, okay? Missing your Foggy Blade could cost you a large amount of time, but if you guys hit it precisely, it will give you a great advantage of the game in the beginning of the match. Now the thing about Ripper is that he's really simple to use, and he's really beginner friendly because he only has one skill, and that's just his Foggy Blade, and that requires practice to aim. If you guys are good at aiming skills, like in general, like any game you guys play, Call of Duty, you're good at mobile games that require skill to aim certain things, and you're thinking to yourself, I'm really good at aiming skills. Try out Ripper because he has one skill and it requires a lot of precision to hit off. He's also good at anti-pallet camping. So if you guys are sick and tired of pallets, then definitely do check out Ripper, because he's really aggressive on pallet camping, because he can wall bang that pallet area and still hit you through a wall. He can hit you through a pallet. He can hit you through windows. Even if you pallet stun him, he can still hit you with the Foggy Blade. So he's really aggressive on that aspect, and if you like that kind of thing, then definitely do check out Ripper. The only thing about his Foggy Blade is that it cannot hit through certain walls, so be careful on that, and just be patient when you guys are trying to do Foggy Blade. So my only tip is that you should be patient in the beginning with your first Foggy Blade, because if you guys pull it off, even if it costs you a couple seconds to be patient, it will put you at an advantage. But if you guys rush it and miss, it will cost you a lot of time. So yeah, I just bit my tongue, by the way, so it kind of hurts. Yeah. The next hunter that we are going to talk about is On, okay? Now, many of you guys are going to say, Rin, it's not On, it's Anne. The truth is, it's On the Last Airbender. Like, come on. If you guys want to play a giraffe-looking hunter, then this is... No, I'm kidding. Wait, I'm supposed to represent them, right? Okay, if you guys like cats or own cats, or you guys want to look like a giraffe, then play On. She is it's a nun. Wow, Rin, 10 out of 10 persuasion skill right there. She's a giraffe-looking nun. A nun that's a giraffe. A draft nun. A good giraffe. Well, she's a bad guy, so... Man, I would be a bad guy if my neck was that long. Anyways, so she's really good at... I'm crying. I can't. Okay, hold up, guys. Okay, so On is a hunter that can stun survivors and making them unable to do anything about it. Now, this means that she's really good at anti-camping pallets. So those survivors that are trying to camp pallets, you can just use your cats and then stun them. So when you stun them, they can't, pallet stun you or anything like that. And you can simply go through that pallet or break that pallet and hit them right away. She's also good at stunning stunners. So she's anti-stunner hunter. That sounds really weird to explain, but survivors like Forward, Prospector, Wildling, stuff like that, she can stun them out of their stun. So she can stun survivors that are trying to stun her by stunning them. Wow, I should get an award for this. But anyways, yeah, so if you guys like anti-stunner, she's a really good pick because she can counter that really well. She also has the ability to use her cat to explode, making survivors that are hit by the cat not able to cipher or use an ability at all. So she's a good pick if you guys like anti-stunners or anti-pallet campers. So definitely do check her out. She's pretty simple to use, and with enough practice, you can actually use her cat to double hit survivors. So yeah, she's really good on that aspect. Okay, so the next hunter that we are going to talk about is Squidward, okay? Squidward is a character that I hate a lot, okay? Now, the reason why I do not like this character... Oh wait, I'm supposed to represent them. I love this character. Now, Squidward is the best character in the game, okay? Outside of his Neptune skin or whatever that's called. Now, he has really good range. His melee range is really good, okay? It's so good that it's longer than Joseph's height. No, I'm just kidding. To those Joseph simp out there, I'm kidding. But anyways, he's a good hunter that can block off survivors' path by placing his tentacle, forcing them to find a different path to exit. But there are times where the survivors can just circle the tentacle, so you guys have to play mind games with your tentacle to be able to pull off Feaster nicely. Now, this hunter I do recommend to those who hit early as a hunter and you guys miss and it could cost you. You don't have to worry about that as Feaster because his melee range is so large that even if you early hit, it will probably hit anyways. So that's a good thing about Feaster. Now, the other thing about Feaster that is he's pretty good at camping rocket chairs because he can combo with his tentacle and his melee, and it could be really deadly if you pull it off correctly. So definitely do check out Feaster if that sounds like your playstyle. But personally, Squidward, nah. The next character that we are going to talk about is Gamekeeper, okay? Your big boy, your elk, your deer. I don't know what the heck he is, to be honest. Somebody tell me, what is he? Is he an elk, a deer? Hell Ember's ripoff. Like, no, I'm kidding. But the truth is, Gamekeeper is a character that requires no aim skill, okay? You guys don't want to play Ripper that requires skills to aim your Foggy Blade, then try to play Gamekeeper, okay? His skill is kind of broken in aiming, okay? Like, even if you miss your hook, you can do it again, because with the upcoming patch, he'll be able to hook unlimitedly until he hit a survivor, basically. And he has a bear trap that will slow down survivors for map control. So he's good in that aspect. The other thing about his hook is that he can use it to not only hit them, but he can use it to hit objects that will give them a whip shock, which slows down survivors temporarily. And the other thing is that he can hit through pallets. So if a survivor drops a pallet, he can hook through that pallet and drag them across. If they vault a window, he still can hook them through the window and drag them back. And the thing is, his hook aim is straight up broken, okay? Like, if you're lazy to aim, this is it. Like, this is your character, okay? You can hit your hook 30 miles south, it'll hit a survivor 50 miles. How? My leg just popped. It'll hit a survivor 50 miles north. Yeah. But if you like a character like that, then go for Gamekeeper. Also, if you guys play Mortal Kombat, and you guys like Scorpion, like, get over here kind of aspect. Yep, that's him right there. You should definitely check out Gamekeeper if you guys like that. But he's not broken or anything, but his aim is just broken. But we'll see with the upcoming patch, of course. The next hunter that we are going to talk about is Violinist, okay? If you guys have a hair fetish or a voice fetish just like me, no, I'm kidding. Then try out Violinist. Not the hair fetish part, but okay, not either fetish, to be honest. But anyways, Violinist has an ability to cut off survivors' kiting route, window vaulting, pallet vaulting, and pallet camping by using his string. His string can be utilized in many ways to his advantage. That's why it makes him well-rounded. And with this string, even if he does miss, he can slow them down if they go through the string. But more importantly, you do want to hit your string so it does injure that survivor. And he's really good at cutting off survivors in general. Now, the other thing is that he does have a second skill that can play notes to survivors, and if it does hit them, it will slow down their movement speed and ciphering. So if you're chasing a survivor, that note can help you close that distance by slowing them down. And if you're chairing a survivor, you can play your notes and hit survivors across the map and slow down their cipher rushing. Now, the thing about Violinist is that he has a unique skill at max present. He has a skill called Infinite Sonata. Did I say that right? Infinite? Anyways, so with this skill, he creates a wave of notes that can, a wave of strings of notes, wave of notes, string. Anyways, he creates a wave that hits survivors, okay? But it can hit multiple survivors. And the unique thing about this is that he's one of the few hunters that has a skill that can hit multiple survivors at the same time. So he can stop rescuing or pallet camping or camping anything in general because his wave goes through everything. So when a rescuer does try to save, he can hit the rescuer and the survivor at the same time. So that's why his infinite is such a good skill. So if this does sound like a good hunter to you or a well-rounded hunter that you want to try out, then definitely do try out Violinist. The next hunter that we are going to talk about is Chang, okay? Now, if you guys are indecisive in a game or in life or like me, indecisive in general, play Chang. Chang has so many skills that you guys cannot complain about. He has so many skills that he's qualified to be in Final Fantasy. That's how many skills he has. Actually, to be honest, he should drop his career here and join the NBA because he's really tall. I think he can make a better living in the NBA than, whatever he's doing now. But yeah, we're getting off track. But anyways, so Chang has so many skills. Let me explain. In black form, he has fast attack recovery. He has fast pallet breaking. He has a bell that can disrupt you, so you guys cannot be camping behind pallets or a window or camping at all. And if the bell pulls off correctly, you will have inverse control, which makes it harder for you guys to kite him. And in white form, he does have siphoning soul, so he can siphon your soul, and you guys cannot interact with anything. You guys cannot rescue, you guys can't vote, you guys can't drop pallets. He also can use siphoning soul to catch up with you. And matter of fact, he has an umbrella skill that can make him teleport anywhere on the map outside of, elevation place. He only can travel on an even playing field. But anyways, he has so many skills. And his white form range is broken. It's so imaginary. I don't even know where it is. And it's just not there. Like, he can hit you across the map just like Gamekeeper, but Gamekeeper needs a hook at least, right? You can see the visible hook that hits you in the back. You're like, ow, my back. Okay, why did I enact that? But anyways, yeah, his hitbox is just straight up broken. But anyways, yeah, he's a really good character. If you guys like to play a hunter with many skills at the same time, he can teleport around. He's actually really good at endgame too. Like, he's a character that if you're losing early game or mid game, you can come back really well end game if you use him correctly, of course. But anyways, definitely do check out Wu Chang if that does sound like your playstyle. Okay, so you're tired of getting looped, you're tired of getting pallet stun, and you're tired of characters and survivors that are just circling you over and over at the same area. So your solution right here is Bonbon, okay? You don't want to be looped, you don't want to be pallet stun, you don't want to be circled by survivors. Try out Bonbon. He's so good at this situation because he can just place bombs everywhere and they're just going to get hit by it if they try to camp pallets or camp windows or loop you. They're forced to transition, and if they don't, they will be destroyed. And this is your gold spot as Bonbon. So definitely do try him out if that does sound like a character that you guys want to play. You guys want to play a hunter that can anti-pallet, anti-loop, and anti-circling. So Bonbon is a really good option because if he hits a survivor twice with a bomb, they're at half health already. He also is one of the best chair campers in the game because, like I said, 2 bombs makes you at half health, and it's really hard to rescue against him if you're not a rescuer. But you're like, okay, I don't want to play a ping one that's not really a ping one. And to be honest, I don't know what Bonbon is. Is he a robot? Because he has like a fire grill in him. Like, can I cook barbecue on him? Like, anyways, a good alternative is Race Car Girl or Sculpture. Sculpture is a really good hunter. Just like Bonbon, she can utilize her statue and hit survivors for 25% per hit. Now, if she hit them twice, they're already injured. That's why Bonbon and Sculpture are good, because they only need to hit their skill twice to injure a survivor. And they have multiple ways to hit them because their bombs and a statue reset pretty quickly. And the thing is, they're both really good chair campers. But the thing about Sculpture that makes her slightly better in this aspect is that she has better map control. So when she does chair a survivor, she can pressure another cipher regardless of where it is, across the map or nearby. She can use her chisel and apply pressure to that cipher by overviewing it and using statue against it by disrupting that cipher and making survivors not decode. And if she does it well, she can actually injure that survivor. And this is why they're actually both really good chair campers. Like, it's insane how hard it is to save against them sometimes because they only need 2 hits off of you. And if they do get those 2 bomb or statue hits on you, you're probably screwed. But anyways, yeah, so if that does sound like characters you guys want to play, anti-loop, anti-pallet, anti-circling, forcing survivors to transition, definitely do try out Bonbon and Sculpture. Okay, so the next category that we do have is Multitasker. So like I said, this is characters that require multitasking skill. So the first one we do have is Mad Eyes, okay? So Mad Eyes over here, okay, before I get started on Mad Eyes, I just want to say he looks like Dr. Animal from Ben 10. He's just another Ben 10 character, okay? For those who watched Ben 10 before, you guys know what I'm talking about. Just search Dr. Animal up. Anyway, so Mad Eyes right here. Mad Eyes has the utility to multitask. If you guys are good at multitasking, try out Mad Eyes. So you guys have to watch over multiple locations and cipher to constantly harass survivors. Also, Mad Eyes is a really good option if you're good at predicting survivors' movement. If you're good at multitasking and predicting survivors' movement, you guys can place your fence really well and harass very well. So check out Mad Eyes if that criteria fits for you. He does keep harassing regardless of where he is. He can be chasing a survivor, chairing another survivor, and then constantly harass regardless of where he is. And if that does interest you, try out Mad Eyes. But the character that I do want to talk about most is Dream Witch, okay? Everybody loves Dream Witch, but as a survivor, you hate Dream Witch so much because to go against her, you have to do multiple things. Heal, unleash, be aware, stuff like that. And if you guys are interested in a character that requires multitasking, fast decision making, full awareness, try out Dream Witch. She's so good because, you know, she can be chasing a survivor while camping chair, chasing a survivor camping ciphers. She can be doing multiple things at the same time. Matter of fact, if you leech everybody, you can chase all 4 survivors. And you know, it makes them waste a lot of time unleeching and healing each other. And that's what makes Dream Witch so strong. The thing is that you can be losing early game and then you can end up winning end game as long as you play your cards correctly. And no matter what position she is, she can always come back if played correctly. So if you're good at multitasking, good at decision making, and you're really aware of what to do and when to do it, try out Dream Witch. She's such a really good option. I do highly recommend Dream Witch to everybody because who knows, you may be really good at her, but it does take a lot of practice and dedication to play her. So just because you're really good at her in the start, there's always room for improvement for any characters, survivors or hunters, but definitely do check her out if that does interest you a lot. Okay, so before we move to the different category, I just want to say one more thing about Dream Witch, is that she has amazing map control, okay? Like Red Church or Arms Factory, small maps like that, she can control the map very well and put her leech around the whole entire map, and you guys cannot do anything about it unless you guys have really good communication. If you guys are lacking VC or miscommunication and stuff like that, it will cost you. A single mistake against the Dream Witch will cost you dearly, okay? That's why she's such a good character. And also, one more thing, she can spam her talent. Like, she can spam Patroller, she can spam her Blink, and it's just really insane. So if that really interests you, definitely do try out Dream Witch. Anyways, we are going to talk about the different category. So the different category, we all know already at this point, is Percy. Now, Percy is unbelievably underwhelming. I have no way to other say it. Like, if you're tired of winning, try out Percy. Do you guys want to lose some more? Try out Percy. You guys tell your friends you're built different? Prove it. Play Percy. Or you guys just want to be a Final Fantasy character like Cloud? Play Percy. Percy is such a hard character to deal with, okay? As a survivor, it's so hard to win against, it's so easy to win against a Percy. Not because the players that play Percy are bad, it's just because Percy is so underwhelming with his skill. Even if he knocks survivor or injures them early game, it doesn't mean he win because they always can come back from it pretty easily. Now, even if he does like 10 terror shocks in a row, well, not 10 terror shocks in a row, but if he does get a really good early start, it doesn't guarantee or secure that win pretty easily. I've seen Percy that does so well in the beginning, but no matter how well they do, in the end, the survivor either tie or still win. Now, not because the players suck, it's because the mechanic of the game refused to let them win, okay? You can't chair them like any other hunter. You're on the ground. And unlike chairing survivors, you can be healed against a Percy 3 times on the ground. Chairing a survivor requires 2 until they get rocket off. Now, the other thing about getting knocked by a Percy is if the final cipher is popped, you guys are getting back up. Now, if you're on a rocket chair and the cipher is popped, you guys can't just rip out of the rocket chair, right? And even if you get knocked by Percy, you can crawl to dungeon. And if you're near a gate, you can just crawl out of the gate. That's why he's so hard to deal with, to play with. That's why if you guys like losing, definitely try out Percy. He's just built different. Anyways, guys, hopefully I motivate you guys to play all of these hunters. Now, hopefully I motivate you guys to play at least one of these hunters. And if I did, remember to leave that like, do subscribe if you guys have not already, and definitely do share with your friends. And let me know in the comments on which hunter you guys are going to play. Also, you guys are probably wondering this. What happened right here? Well, we do not talk about this tragedy, okay? Anyways, guys, I will see you guys all next time.